Hello, I'm Sridhar. I'm going to explain about the topic of types of conductors in electrochemistry. Okay, I'm Sridhar. I'm going to explain about the types of conductors from the topic of electrochemistry. Okay, first of all, in this object is at the in this at the end of the period we will know about the what is the electrochemistry, what are the conductors, what are the types of conductors. Okay, once again I'm repeating, in this at the end of the period we will know about the what is the electrochemistry, what are the conductors, what are the types of conductors. Okay, first of all we have to know about the introduction of the uh, this electrochemistry topic. Okay, first of all we have to know about the definition of the electrochemistry. Electrochemistry is a branch of a chemistry which deals with the relationship between electricity and chemical changes. Okay, it is a branch of a science or chemistry which deals about the relationship between the electricity and chemical changes. Okay, it is well known fact that during the electrolysis of copper sulfate solution, copper deposits over the cathode. This shows that the electrical energy is produces chemical reaction. Okay, in this case, on the electrolysis of copper sulfate solution, copper is deposits over the cathode. Okay, this means in this kind of electrolysis process, the electrical energy, by the passing of electrical energy, it produces the chemical reactions. Okay, we have to know about the what are the terms related relevant to the is electrochemistry topic is, first of all we have to know about the conductors. Conductor conductor any material that allows the electric current to pass through it are called is called as conductor. Simply we can say a material which allows the electric current to us are called as conductors. Okay, examples for these conductors are any metal. Okay, example like copper, aluminum, steel. Okay, this one is copper, this one is aluminum, etc. Okay, in this case we have to observe in wire. In this case inside the part is conductor, then external uh, plastic material is insulator. Okay, next one is insulator. Any material that does not allow the electric current to pass through it are called as insulators. Like it acts as protective coating on wires. Examples for this is plastics, okay, like this, rubber, like this, glass, cloth, wood. Okay, these are the based on the allowing the capacity of electric current. Okay, these are classified into two types: conductors and insulators. Okay, which can be allows the electric current through them are called as conductor. Okay, which cannot allow through them are called as insulators. These are the examples for the insulators: plastics, rubber, glass, cloth, wood. And next one is a conductive materials is used for wires that will carry the electricity. Okay, these conductive materials are metals is used for wires that will carry the electricity. In this case, the inside part is conductor, the outside part plastic is insulator. Okay, based on the mechanism of flow of electricity, the conductors are classified into two types. Okay, the types of conductors based on the mechanism of flow of electricity, the conductors are classified into two types: electronic conductors or metallic conductors, electrolytic conductors or ionic conductors or electrolytes. Okay, based on mechanism of flow of electricity, the conductors are two types: electronic conductors, electrolytic conductors. Okay, let us discuss one by one these conductors. Okay, first of all, we have to know about the what is electronic conductors. An electronic conductors allows the flow of electricity without causing any decomposition of substance. Okay, an allows electronic conductor allows the flow of electricity without causing any decomposition of a substance. Okay, simply you can say the conductors which can allow the flow of electricity with the movement of electrons are called as electronic conductors, or without causing any decomposition of a substance, the conductors which allows the electricity, those are called as electronic conductors. The most common examples of electronic conductors are metals, graphite, and minerals. Okay, this graphite is in the case of it is a allotrope of carbon. Okay, in that case also, due to the structure of that graphite, okay, that also acts as conductor. The flow of electricity in such conductors happens due to the flow of electrons within the substance through which electricity is made to pass. Okay, in this kind of conductors, the conducts the electricity due to the flow of electrons when the passage of electricity through them. Also, the temperature of a substance increases, there is a considerable decreases in the flow of conduction. Okay, in this kind of electronic conductors, with increasing of temperature, decreases the flow of electricity in that in this type of conductors. And let us discuss electrolytic conductors. As opposed to the former, the substance undergoes the decomposition in the case of electrolytic conduction. Means that the conductors which conducts the electricity with the decomposition of an electrolytic solution, then it conducts the electricity. Okay, then it is called as electrolytic conductors. The conductors which conducts the electricity due to the decomposition of electrolyte is called as electrolytic conductors, or also this can be defined it as the flow of electricity through this type of conductors by the movement of ions. Okay, simply we can say here the flow of electricity through such conductors happens due to the movement of ions. As the temperature of these substances increases, so that does the rate of conduction also increases. Examples of this type of conductors are acids, bases, fused salts, and more. Okay, once again I'm repeating these conductors. Okay, the conductors which conducts the electricity by the decomposition of a substance is called as electrolytic conductors. In this kind of conductors, the flow of electricity through the movement of ions. The temperature of these electrolytic conductors increases with the rate of conduction. Increases with the rate of conduction. Examples of these conductors are acids, bases, fused salts, and more. Okay, let us discuss what are the differences between the electronic and electrolytic conductors. First one, electronic conductors. In left side we have to take it as electronic conductors. The flow, okay, it is due to the flow of electrons. In the case of electrolytic conductors, it is due to the flow of ions. In the case of electronic conductors, it involves the no chemical change because of there is a movement of electrons. Okay, in the case of electrolytic conductors, it involves the chemical changes. In the case of electronic conductors, there is a no transfer of matter. In the case of electrolytic conductors, it involves the transfer of matter. In the case of electronic conductors, the conductance decreases with the increases in temperature. That is, resistance increases with the temperature. The conductance in the case of electrolytic, the conductance increases with increasing of temperature. Resistance decreases with the increasing the temperature. Simply, in the examination point of view, they may ask as a question, write any 4 differences or 5 differences between the electronic and electrolytic conductors. Sometimes it may ask also electronic conductors or metallic conductors and electrolytes. Okay, the same answer is like this. Okay, that is okay. In the case of metallic conductors, it is due to the flow of electrons. In electrolytic conductors, it is a flow of electrons, ions. In metallic conductors, it involves the transfer of matter, no chemical change. In the case of electrolytic conductors, it involves the chemical changes. In metallic conductors, there is a no transfer of matter. In electrolytic conductors, it involves the transfer of matter. In metallic conductors, the conductance decreases with increasing temperature. In electrolytic conductor, the conductance increases with the increasing of temperature. Okay, next one is one more classification of the electrolytic conductors are due to extent of ionization. These can be classified into two types: strong electrolytes, weak electrolytes. The strong electrolytic conductors. In examinations, they may ask as a question definition and examples. The electrolytic conductors is that in the aqueous solution, aqueous state and molten state, these substances dissociate completely. Hence, they are capable of conducting electricity to a large extent. Okay, the strong electrolytic conductors we would be referring to strong acids and bases such as hydrochloric acid, hydrogen nitrate, sulfur dioxide, potassium iodide, and more. Okay, in the case of strong electrolytic conductors, the electrolytic conductors is that in aqueous state and molten state, these substances dissociate completely. Hence, they are capable of conducting electricity to large. The strong electrolytic conductors we would be referring to as strong acids, strong bases, such as hydrochloric acid, sulfur dioxide, potassium iodide, and more. The weak electrolytic conductors. Next one is weak electrolytic conductors. The electrolytes which ionize partially at moderate concentrations having low conductivity are called as weak electrolytes. In the case of strong electrolytic conductors, the electrolytic conductors which conducts the electricity, the electrolytes which ionize for the case of strong electrolytic conductors, the electrolytic conductors which ionize completely at moderate concentrations and having the more conductivity nature are called as strong electrolytes. In the same case of weak electrolytes, the electrolytes which ionize partially at moderate concentrations and having the low conductivity are called as weak electrolytes. Examples. Okay, these are all can be referred as weak acids, weak bases, and salts. Okay, weak acids like acetic acid, hydrogen cyanide, etc. Weak bases like ammonium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, etc. Salts like silver chloride, barium sulfate, etc. Okay, these are the examples for the weak electrolytic conductors. Okay, in this topic we have learned about the conductor, means a substance which allows the electricity are called as conductors. Insulator, we have learned about this insulator. The substance which does not allow the electricity through them are called as insulators. Examples: plastic, rubber, cloth, wood, etc. For the case of conductor, we have to know about the all the metals, graphite, etc. Okay, types of conductors. Already we discussed this one. Okay, based on the mechanism of flow of electricity, the conductors are two types. That is, metallic conductors and electrolytic conductors. Okay, simply we can say the metallic conductor definition is the conductors which conducts the electricity due to movement of electrons are called as metallic conductors. Examples are all the metals. For the case of electronic conductors or electrolytic conductors or electrolytes, definition is the conductors which conducts the electricity due to movement of ions are called as electrolytic conductors. Examples for that is acids, bases, salts, etc. And also we have learned about the differences between these metallic and electrolytic conductors or electronic and electrolytic conductors. That is movement of electrons. Okay, due to movement of electrons, the metallic conductor conducts the electricity. For the movement of ions, the electrolytic conductors conducts the electricity. Already we have discussed this one. And also we have learned about the uh, types of electrolytes, that is strong electrolytes and weak electrolytes. Okay, means strong electrolytes examples for that is strong acids, strong bases, salts like potassium chloride, potassium iodide, sodium chloride, etc. In the case of strong electrolytic conductor, definition is the electrolytes which conducts the electricity, means in larger extent, are called as strong electrolytes. Means, once again I am repeating, the strong electrolytic definition is the electrolytes which ionize completely at moderate concentration and having the more conductivity nature are called as strong electrolytes. For the weak electrolyte, definition is the electrolytes which ionize partially at moderate concentrations and having the low conductivity nature are called as weak electrolytes. Examples like weak acids, weak bases, salts like silver chloride, etc. Okay, now let us discuss about the multiple choice questions in this topic. Okay, in this question, conduction in metal is due to the electrons only, electrons and holes only, applied electric field. Already we know about this. Already we just now we discussed the metallic conductors. Okay, that is examples for the metallic conductors are metals. Okay, in this kind of metallic conductors, the conduction takes place due to the movement of electrons. Then answer is A. Okay, second question is which of the following are the conductors? Ceramics, plastics, mercury, rubber. Okay, in this case of answer is answer in this case of question, which are the following are the conductors? Ceramics, plastics, mercury, rubber. Here the right answer is mercury is the metal. In electrolytic conductors, the conductance is due to the a flow of free mobile electrons, movement of ions. Either movement of electrons or ions cannot be said. Okay, in the case of electrolytic conductors, the conductance is due to the movement of ions. Movement of ions. The right answer is B. And next question is which of the following is example of electrolytes? Acids, metals, alloys, oxides. The right answer is electrolytes are all in liquid states. That is, examples are acids. A frequently asked question in this topic is differences between the metallic and electrolytic conductors. Sometimes they may ask as a examples for the strong electrolytes and weak electrolytes, etc. Okay, thank you.